Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the 13-3 Kansas City Chiefs. They have now won 4 straight football games, being led by probable MVP Patrick Mahomes, who now has 2 seasons with 5,000 plus passing yards, joining Tom Brady at 2. Drew Brees has 5, he leads it, but keep in mind this is just Mahomes' 5th year as a starter. Truly crazy statistic. This man is having one phenomenal season. Jerick McKinnon leads all NFL running backs in receiving touchdowns this season over the past 5 weeks. 5 catches, 52 yards, and 2 touchdowns yesterday. 3 catches, 31 yards, a touchdown. 8 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. 7 catches, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the week before that, he also had a receiving touchdown. So there's threats on this offense, and it's not just Juju, it's not just Kelsey, it's not just Mahomes. And I really want the Kansas City Chiefs to just spend all week in practice running the football. I know Vegas is going to give them everything they got. Kansas City on the season just 21st in rushing yards. This past week against Denver, they only ran for 46 yards. Did get a touchdown. Isaiah did have a nice touchdown, but that's less than 3 yards per carry. And I know Denver has a good defense. I know. I get it. But still, if you can run the ball, you can win in the playoffs. Also, defense is very important. We'll talk about that in just a second. But before we do, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for daily NFL content. I post Chiefs videos several times a week. I want to hear from you guys down below, but let's try and get this video to 500 likes. That would be absolutely awesome. So I want to start off with the defensive talk with L'Jarius Sneed, because Sneed is now the 5th player since 1999 with at least 100 total tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions, and 3 sacks in one season. He joins Logan Ryan, Patrick Willis, Thomas Davis, and Keith Mitchell. L'Jarius had a really nice interception. They actually almost had another interception yesterday, but Nick Bolton had it, but hands to the face penalty took that one back. The defense, I know 24 points to Denver. That doesn't necessarily make Chiefs fans feel great, but they're still making plays when they need to make plays. Denver does not have a good offensive line, so I liked the fact that they got 4 sacks on the day. I liked the fact that they were still forcing third and uncomfortables, which we know is Steve Spagnuolo's bread and butter. You know, put pressure on that quarterback on 3rd and long, get him to play hero ball and force a mistake. Guys like Trent McDuffie with a forced fumble. I still like the defense. I know they're still kind of retooling it, if you will. One more offseason, and I think this defense fully gets back into the top 16. Currently, they rank 20th in defensive rating, giving up 22.3 points per game. But we know how important defense is come playoff time. There are still a lot of mistakes on both sides of the ball, but there's plenty of playmakers on this team. Nick Bolton is a stud. You still have Frank Clark, Chris Jones on the line. L'Jarius Sneed is having a great year. There's players on this defense who will make big-time plays and get big-time stops when they need to. Now, offensively, I know Patrick Mahomes threw for 328 yards, threw 3 touchdowns. There was that interception, and I don't want to see forced balls come playoff time. All right? There were a couple of turnovers from Kansas City yesterday, 2 to be specific, that I just was not a fan of. Because Patrick Mahomes left points on the board in the red zone, forcing a ball into the corner of the end zone. That takes points off the board. Pretty much the next possession, Kadarius Toney drops the punt return and gives Denver the ball at, what, the 15-yard line? Russell Wilson ran that ball in right away. I think it was 16 yards. I mean, you can't have those small little mistakes in the playoffs. So it's something to keep an eye on. I know Kadarius did drop that punt return, but he finished the day with 4 catches, team high 71 yards. Yesterday really was the Kelsey, Toney, and McKinnon game. Jerick, 5 catches, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns. I love seeing the continual, I guess, just throwing the ball to Sky Moore, the continual involvement of him in this Chiefs offense. I mean, they just have so many capable weapons, and when there's games like when you have MVS only catching 2 balls on 7 targets, when you only target Juju Smith-Schuster 3 times, but guys like Kadarius, guys like Sky Moore are able to step up and make catches and make plays when they need it, I like it. All right, so offensively, the only tweak I have, or the only issues I have, and it's not even really an issue with Patrick Mahomes, it's just I don't want to force any throws in the red zone. All right, I don't want to turn that ball over. I'll take field goal, I'll take it. I know when you're playing teams like the Bills and the Bengals, you want touchdowns over field goals, but I'd rather have 3 points than no points and giving up a turnover. That run game, I need to see it work again. We've seen it a couple of times this season. We've seen Pacheco do what he does best. At the end of the day, we heard this from Justin Reid talking mainly about the defense, but it applies for everybody. It applies for Sky Moore. It applies to Pacheco. You're not a rookie anymore. All right, we've had 16 games now to prepare for the playoffs. So we got to fix these errors, and we got to play to our fullest, even if you're technically a rookie. Once the playoffs start, man, you're not a rookie anymore. You've had a full season of experience. So with Andy Reid, with Patrick Mahomes, even with I don't even want to use the word lackluster defense. I know they give up big plays. I know, but I still feel comfortable. I feel comfortable. Kansas City, what I do want to see against the Raiders would obviously be a blowout victory. But Stidham is better than a lot of people think. And these guys are, at the end of the season, guys are playing for contracts, they're playing for, coaches are coaching for their jobs, etc., etc. It's a divisional game, and it doesn't even matter what the Chiefs' record is. With Patrick Mahomes, with their recent success, every team is going to give you everything they have to take you down. All right? So a blowout win would be great. But I want to continue to see the defense get takeaways. I love the takeaways, absolutely love it. I want to see them continue to get stops on third down, at least at a more consistent level. It's Steve's recipe. It's his blueprint. Yesterday, the Denver Broncos on third down, 3 of 12. Coming off a week with Seattle where they only gave up 2 third down conversions to Seattle. So I know it might not show up in the stat sheet. We take a look at Denver, 307 yards. It's not too many yards, 2023. But 3 of 12, third down efficiency. That's a big number to me because in the playoffs, that's what I want to see. I want to see these guys continually step up. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. We'll see how this Bengals-Bills game goes. I have the Bengals winning, so Kansas City as a 1 seed is a very realistic thing. Definitely could happen. I saw the current, if Buffalo loses, I believe currently they would play the winner, the Chiefs would play the winner of Jacksonville and the Chargers. If you have both Buffalo and Cincinnati, this is why seeding matters. It's not even necessarily the home field or the bye week. It's more so now Buffalo and Cincinnati are on the other side. So I'm going for the Bengals tonight. I'm actually going for the Bengals regardless of Chiefs seeding. But I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that last game against the Denver Broncos as we head into almost postseason football. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I appreciate you guys so much. Chiefs Kingdom, you guys show so much love and you guys give me so many great opinions. I love reading them, so I look forward to it. That's it for me. Have a good night. Peace.